Hello and welcome back to part 2 of ArtBEAT, where the lighting is so much better and we look so much greater.
Well, light helps everything.
With me today, I have Rich Garrett with II and Pawalu Drama Club. Let's see, what's the new one? Ugly Club?
A glee club, yes.
Ugly.
It's actually called Harmonic Intervals.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. All right, so Rich, tell me a little bit about yourself for those viewers who don't know you.
I came to work here at Pawalu 4 years ago. I was a transplant from Washington State, where I did several years of theater up there. Personally, I've done theater for 30 years. It's my second love in life outside of my wife. So,
good answer.
Well, you know. But we started our own children's theater down here about 2 years ago. When we moved down here from Carson, where we thought, you know, there's this niche here, and there is no children's theater specifically designed for the age group which I teach and younger, outside of the school system. So we thought, this is what we've done all our lives, might as well continue to do it, and it's taken off like a rocket. It's been great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I know you were on the show about a year ago,
Yeah.
and we had this great production going on. Tell me a little bit what's been happening since we last saw you.
Oh, let's see. Since then, we as Toad have done, let's see, Peter Pan.
Okay.
For 5 to 12-year-olds. We did a avant-garde production of Romeo and Juliet. And then we followed that up with doing another production for the 5 to 12-year-olds called Once Upon a Mattress, which is the story that put to music of Princess and the Pea. So that was a hoot this last summer. And then we delved into adult theater for the first time and did a production of A.R. Gurney's Love Letters.
Oh, that's
and that was a fabulous little production over at the Carson Valley Arts Council.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And now we are in production. Matter of fact, we're in rehearsals for a production of Disney's Mulan Jr.
Wow.
That'll take place in December.
Oh, excellent. And you just recently had your auditions for that?
Well, we had auditions back in September.
Okay.
And we've been rehearsing on weekends, starting in October, and now we're getting into kind of the meat and potatoes of the whole thing.
Yeah.
We've done our choreography. We've included All About Dance Studio. They sent a couple of their choreographers over. And Master Niles Rothfuss from Northwest Martial Arts came in and did our fight choreography.
Wow.
So we got some bow staffs swinging on stage.
Nice.
And we're going to tear this set down behind me and replace it with Mulan's set over the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, we are not sitting in a living room. We are actually on stage.
Well, it served as a living room
Yes.
for the last play my school did, which was Murders in the Air, a murder mystery where the audience picked the killer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So it's kind of interactive.
It was interactive, yeah. And we had 9 different choices, and we had 6 different killers for 6 different productions. So
Wow.
it was a blast.
That's amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
That is very cool. So tell me a little bit about when you're with the children in doing your teaching, what do you want them to walk away with? What's
more than anything, I think a sense of self-confidence. You know, if the kids are involved in a drama class in a school, they start to feel more confident about what they do. You know, and maybe, you know, doing something like standing up in front of a class and giving a history presentation in a social studies class isn't so daunting as it might have been before. In terms of Toad, I expect the same thing, but they also to garner some social skills.
Yes.
On how to work with people maybe they'd never met before, how to go ahead and get interactive relations down, you know, young kids anywhere between 5 and 18 years old, you know, maybe the little girls don't like the little boys, and then they're forced to work together. And so it's a combination of learning appreciation for performing arts as well as developing those social skills that'll serve them later on in life. Because if these kids go away and they go away with this as a pleasant memory for them, you know, and they don't ever go into theater, whether it's community theater or professional theater on down the road, then at least they get to, you know, go away with the confidence knowing that they can be successful, whatever it is they do later in life.
Yeah, that's so important. It's a really interesting aspect that you probably don't learn in anything else other than
you know,
drama,
they learn. You know, you can learn it in
arts.
sports and everything. It's a little bit different because it's the ability to go ahead and put yourself out there on a sports field. You're out there and you have a goal and you know what you're supposed to do, but here you're really putting yourself out there. You're pretending to be something that you're not, and sometimes that can be a really daunting task. If you have to play kind of a goofy guy and all your friends are kind of watching you, laughing at you, you know, there's that social implication of, am I going to be embarrassed doing this or not? And so after they get it done, though, it's such a great feeling.
Oh, that's really
you know,
neat.
So it's kind of cool.
So have you had any breakthroughs as a teacher this year, or any amazing stories for us that you can tell our audience?
You know, I love doing Romeo and Juliet. It was, I'm a Shakespeare fanatic.
Yeah.
And my counterpart, my wife, not a big Shakespeare fan.
Oh.
But she, you know, we partially did this theater company so that we could do what we wanted to do. And Shakespeare is something that has always filled my soul. So, and I love Romeo and Juliet. And so we decided to do it kind of Tim Burton-esque and do it as the Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, the Halloween side meets the winter side. So it was a lot of fun. But I think Once Upon a Mattress was kind of reinvigorating for me. You know, I get to work with all kinds of students throughout the year. And these kids came 5 days a week in the summer for 5.5 weeks, 3 hours a day, and they came as energized every day as they left energized by what we were doing. And for us, it was kind of reaffirming of what we do. You know, my mother-in-law passed away last year, and her master's dissertation was on play. Children at play, and how much more positive and how much more opening to the mind that is to use your imagination. And you know, every time I get to work with these kids on stage, it just reaffirms that is so true, that as these kids use their imagination, you see them come alive on stage. And it's so, I think it's cool. It's a really neat feeling to go ahead, and I've felt it before on stage. It's this amazing feeling when you perform, and when you're done, you've had this shared experience with the audience. And they say thank you, and you say thank you by bowing when they're clapping, and it's this kind of shared experience. And to see these kids get it and absolutely love it and embrace it and find joy in it, that for me is a breakthrough every time I get to see that on stage. I mean, it's just so awesome to sit in the back of the theater and go, wow, look at them go.
And they did it. It's
and
so
they do.
Rewarding.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that is really neat. So for our viewers, tell us if they're interested in getting their kids involved with you. How do they go about it? Where do they contact you? How do they get signed up?
Well, they can do it any number of ways. We have a website out there, and it is VPWeb. That's VPWEB.toad.com. And Toad is T-O-A-D. And that's the website. It gives them all the information about what's going on. Actually, you know what? I said that wrong. It's toad.vpweb.com. Just reverse it. So
One more time.
Toad.vpweb.com. Or they can call our phone number, which is 775-219-3577, and Chris, my wife, will answer the phone. She's the artistic director, and she'll get them all the information. You can also find out from just coming to a show.
Yeah.
We have all our information there.
Really quickly, what's your next show?
Our next show is Mulan Jr.
Okay.
It's the Disney version, and it's got all the songs that were in the movie, but also throws in about 4 or 5 other ones that haven't been heard, and it's phenomenal music. It's written by the same man who wrote the music for Wicked and Godspell.
Nice.
And that performs December 10th through December 18th. Oh, no, 19th. That's a Sunday. Yeah, it's the second 2 weekends in December.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
We'll mark that down on your calendars. And thank you again for meeting with me. And
my pleasure.
Getting the interview that I got is great. It's so great to get to know you better. And
anytime.
And you get to see a special little preview at the end of our show with the kids.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And part 3 of our program, you'll be getting a little preview of what's coming up for our events for November.